Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review All Girls Weekend. Nature is a bitch.
Written and directed by Lou Simon, starring Jamie Bernadette, Katie Carpenter, and Gema Calero, All Girls Weekend is about a group of high school friends who reunite to go on a camping trip. Unfortunately, a supernatural force starts killing them one by one. What do we like about this movie?
Considering this is an indie film, the production value is fairly high. They use a lot of depth of field. The shot types are pretty solid. It's also nice to see a completely female-driven film. Lou Simon, she wrote, produced, directed this movie, and all of the cast, 100% of the cast, are female.
It's an interesting concept that they're stuck in a forest where they just can't seem to get out of. So you find that they're walking in a direction, but they end up circling around. So obviously that's pretty freaky. I think we're gonna have to move on from our likes. We're gonna go to the next part. What didn't we like about this movie? So to start, the acting I don't think was well done.
I wiped myself with a leaf when I peed in the forest.
I just want to preface this, when we say acting isn't well done, it's not that we're necessarily saying that they're bad actors or actresses. It's just the role didn't work. I don't know if they were directed poorly. It's just that in the terms of the movie, it wasn't believable. I didn't like the acting.
Yeah, I'll stay here too.
No, you go with them. I don't want to see your face right now.
If it's a small cast and we don't believe these characters would act in this way, we don't understand any of their motivations, then it's gonna fall apart pretty quickly.
Not only was there no depth to the characters, we didn't know anything about these characters, but they also didn't care if their friends died. They made very rash decisions.
We're gonna have to amputate the fingers. Otherwise, your whole hand is gonna get gangrene.
There was no emotional impact to anything. No consequences, no fallout.
So the forest needs blood and death to survive to some extent. So there's supernatural stuff going on here. But when people die, it's absolutely ridiculous. Somebody dies by leaves. 2 inches of their face is covered by leaves and they're fucking drowning in leaves.
We will give it the benefit of the doubt that maybe she's getting dragged down into the earth, but that is not how it plays. How it plays is that it's a windy fucking day and leaves are falling on her head. It's an easy excuse to say, this is a supernatural movie, so shit happens and we don't need to explain it.
But that's a fucking cop-out.
Even in terms of the supernatural, these characters are grounded in some form of reality where their decisions would still be natural to what a human would make. If they're cold, they're gonna make a fire, for example. If someone's getting frostbite, maybe she tells her friends that she doesn't have a glove. So it's evident that it's a supernatural movie, but it's not an excuse for why things were happening or the lack of decision making on the characters' part. The movie has its own poster in the movie, and so it just speaks to the quality that you're getting.
As an Easter egg to other films.
That's not uncommon, but to put its own poster in the movie is just ridiculous.
They create just these plot devices to get you from one scene to another. For example, there's like one scene where a girl just drops her phone. Literally, it fades to black and she picks up her phone. Oh, I've been here before. There are other ways to get the point across that you're lost in a forest. It's insulting to an extent.
Subtlety would have worked amazing in this movie, right? You can use specific looking trees or something like that, something that we notice and then they begin noticing, but you don't need to just flat out tell it to us. There's a lack of intellect to the movie. I think another example of this is the group of friends just felt like they hated being with one another.
I actually kind of like your friends.
Glad one of us does.
And with all of this, it's just a really boring movie, and it's a boring movie to watch. There's literally just a few girls walking in the forest for an hour and a half.
Look, it's a building!
It's just a very flat movie. The audio clips every time somebody talks almost. I honestly think it's completely unacceptable considering we just make stuff for YouTube and our audio sounds better than the audio in a lot of the films we fucking watch, and it's driving me crazy. But half of this stuff is ADR anyway. They're recording this in a studio. It's unacceptable for any of this stuff to be clipping. Looking at this movie, the post-production, the audio, and everything involved, with $1 million budget, where'd this money go? Like, it was a $500,000, $600,000 poster art and marketing campaign for this movie. I heard about it last week. It came out last week.
Whoever budgeted it needed to put a lot more in post-production because it looks like a movie you could honestly film over a weekend. It's time for our final thoughts and ratings. I think it's pretty evident we did not like this movie. It wasn't enjoyable in the least. I don't like walking away from movies feeling like it was a waste of time, but that's how this felt. The movie just wasn't good. The characters were bad, the story was bad, it was boring, it didn't make sense. I couldn't recommend this movie to anybody. So I'm gonna give this 1 can of Vienna sausages out of 5.
I'm extremely disappointed with this movie, and it's unfortunate because I see all these glowing reviews. These people are evidently friends of Jamie Bernadette.
It's a girl's weekend and you're a girl.
It drives me nuts that all of these other people pander. We're trying to speak the truth here. The characters were paper thin, they had no substance, their decisions were awful, and all of the convenient plot devices were just absolutely ridiculous. It just didn't make any sense, and that is considering the supernatural aspect, because I don't want to have anyone say, oh no, it's supernatural. It's supernatural, so the deaths make sense. Bullshit. I'm giving this 1 ferocious bear out of 5. As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you want to check it out, there are links in the description. Well, we don't recommend it. We're just here to voice our opinion. I'm sure a lot of you may like it, but I don't know. In any case, we should get out of here. Subscribe to the channel, stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond. Hopefully we can find some hidden gem for you in the future.